Okay. So now you press exclamation sign, shift and 1, and then press tab key on the keyboard. No, cancel it. Backspace, delete everything. Delete everything. Now what you do, you go on file and save as. Okay. So on desktop you save or somewhere else, wherever you feel. Okay, you can wherever you feel comfortable, go there. Okay. So now you scroll down, set save as type. Save as type. Select HTML. Okay, and you can name the file. Say anything, maybe open method, something like that. Do not have a space in file name. Okay.
Yes.
You can use underscore or hyphen. Okay, save. Now you press exclamation sign and then tab key.
Yes.
Okay. Now in body, type less than sign and word script. Less than script. Okay. Complete the press enter. Between those two, press enter. Okay. So press few more enter so that we have a enough space.
Yes.
Okay, great. So today we are going to write the program for the what you say Newton-Raphson method. So already we are aware of Newton-Raphson method, what we are going to do it. So we are initially not going to test the convergence. Okay, we are initially not going to test the convergence, and we are going to write the program for that. And we will be having a first initial case. So you can write down x1 equal to var x1 equal to var var.
Am I in the script? No, I think.
Yeah, var x1 equal to plus prompt. Okay, in the parenthesis, that is round bracket in your word, that is shift 9. Okay, in double quotes write down enter initial guess. Okay, and complete the round bracket and then semicolon at the end of the statement, semicolon. Okay, so first we need to write to function. So go above, one line above.
In the script only.
Yes, after script. So type function space f in round bracket x. Okay, complete the round bracket, press enter. Do not provide semicolon on that line. Okay, opening parenthesis.
Okay.
Press enter. Okay, so there you can type y equal to x square minus x square. How do you write? Math dot pow dot pow in round bracket x comma 2. Yeah, complete the round bracket minus cos of x. So that means x square minus cos of x. Okay, semicolon. And after that you type return in round bracket y. Return round bracket y. Semicolon after that. Okay. So now let's
var before y.
Yeah.
Variable y. or it will take it.
Var y equal to, that will be fine. Okay. Okay, so now you can go on line number 19. On left hand side line numbers are there, so you can go on line 19. Can you press a tab key so that it will be aligned, your code will be aligned. Okay. Now we have to perform the iterations at the same time. We would like to have a some sort of checking that whether we have achieved the root or not. So therefore n equal to 100, n equal to var n equal to 100. So we are going to have a maximum 100 of iteration. Within if 100 iterations I could not achieve the root, I am going to stop it. That is why I select the maximum number of iterations to be n equal to 100. So after that semicolon, var n equal to 100 semicolon. Okay, press enter key. Then var err, that is var error equal to say 0.40 you provide 0.401, something like this.
401.
Not 401, 0.
Yeah.
4 times 0 and 1 semicolon. So this much accuracy I would like to achieve. Okay, semicolon, new line, semicolon. Okay, so now I am going to initiate the stuff. Okay, so you can write down now here in this case while in round bracket. Okay, go one line above.
Okay.
Go one line above. Type var I equal to 1. So this will states me what iteration I am doing. So I less than equal to 100. N, sorry, not 100. N. While I less than equal to n and double 2 times ampersand symbol after that. Okay. Math dot ABS into round bracket f of f into round bracket x1. Now go at the last round bracket greater than ERR. Somebody's mic, please unmute your mic.
Enough at the moment.
Okay. Greater than ERR. So that means if my error, whatever I am getting is greater than 0.001, I will keep doing iterations, and at the same time I would like to have a number of iteration count to be less than 100. Okay. Go after the round bracket.
Yes.
Press enter key. Opening parenthesis.
Curved or simple.
Yeah. Opening parenthesis, that is curly braces.
Yes.
Okay. Not opening braces. Sorry, not opening parenthesis. Opening braces. Okay. Then you type x1 equal to x1 minus f of x1 after round bracket slash division key. Df of x1. Df of x1 semicolon. So what we are doing, x1 equal to x1 minus something, that if you remember while solving it, we first say x1 is this, then we calculate x2, and what we do, we replace the value of x1 is equal to x2. That is what we are doing in solving manually. So by writing this formula, we are calculating the new value. At the same time, we are replacing the old value with the new value. So both are happening in one formula. So I don't need another variable called as x2. Now here in this case, one more function is required, that is derivative, that I haven't specified. So can you go to line number 17? Okay, so there you can press enter key. Okay, and you can write function function space df in bracket x. Okay, and after that press enter key and opening and closing braces. Okay. So there you write var z equal to, so derivative will be 2 into x plus math dot sin of x in round bracket sin of x semicolon. Okay, you have to go above also. We have written simple cos x, that you have to convert math dot cos x. Huh?
Okay, here.
Okay. So now we have the both the function available with us. Okay.
So shall I press return z here?
Yeah. So after that, you have to return the value of z. Semicolon. Okay. Fine. Okay. Just a moment. I will see on bigger screen. Now it has been updated. Okay. So can you just go and highlight the VAR variable? Why red underline is coming there? Just go. VAR. So with the mouse, just move our expression expected.
Actually, I didn't download any attachments or something. If they are required.
No, there is requirement of attachment. Okay, fine. Just wait. Okay.
Sir, there will be curly braces for the function value.
Okay.
Where?
Here.
That you removed. You delete one and you delete that round bracket, remaining one on line number 22. Great. Similarly, go above. Good. Okay. Fine. So you can hit save, Control S button.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now,
It didn't prompt me anything. I will press Control S.
yeah, now you have pressed the Control S. Var x1 equal to prompt initial case, n equal to this, error equal to this, I equal to this. Okay, fine. So now after line 32, you press the enter key. After line number 32, you press the enter key. You write I equal to I plus 1. I need to increment the counter. Okay. Okay. Now press enter key. Type console.log in round double quotes. I equal to, okay, after the double quotes, plus I plus double quotes x equal to, after the double quotes, plus x1 plus in double quotes f of x1, f of x rather than f of x equal to, after the double quotes, plus f of x1. Okay, after that complete this and semicolon.
Yes.
Okay, so I feel that we have done enough program for this. Okay, just Control S, save it. Okay. Okay, so now minimize this window and go into that folder, or you can we are not able to see your folder, I suppose. I think you have not shared.
Can I reshare?
You can reshare. Okay, I think so he has left the meeting. So since my application is up, so I will share. Okay. So just let me know, are you able to see my screen? Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Can you allow me once again?
Function f of x
Hello, sir.
yeah, I'm doing it. You can see my screen now.
Okay, yes.
Okay. enter initial guess. So this would be my comment. Then I would like to have a var I equal to 1. Then I would like to have a var n equal to 100. That is what maximum number of iteration I am going to do. Var error, that is what I want, this much amount of error. Okay, anything else? Okay, that's fair enough. So I'll start with while I less than equal to number of iteration, and at the same time I want the absolute value of function of x1 to be always greater than ERR. If that is the case, I want to reduce that error because I would like to achieve that minimum. So I could say x2 equal to something and then replace the value of x1. So what I do, I say x1 equal to itself. So assigning and replacing both I am doing at the same time. So f of x1 divided by df of x1. So this is what I am doing it. Okay, and I need to increment the counter I plus 1, and finally I need to say console.log, and what I want, I equal to plus I that's happened. Now I want x1 equal to, and I want this to be also plus. So let's have some space between that. So I have the x1 plus, then in the double quotes, so let's have a f of x1 and then plus f of x1. So this is what I want in console log, and that's it. I have played my part. Okay, so this is what I am going to have. So I have saved this file, okay, onto my desktop folder. And in new folder, that file, this is what is the file. So I'm going to open with Google Chrome. So it has opened. So I hope you are able to see my Google Chrome browser.
Yes.
Yes or no? Hello?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. So I put initial guess 0.5 and click OK. Okay. So here is console. So I can check console. So see how many iterations I have performed. 101. And with 0.5 I did not converge. But see, it was moving away. Okay, I did not converge at all with 0.5. So did I make any mistake in my program? Initial case I equal to 1 equal to 100, I less than equal to n, math of absolute function value should be greater than that, x1 equal to f of x1, so this is x square, so it becomes 2x. Okay, this has to be plus, so this is where I made the mistake. Okay, so I hit save and I will reload it. Reload 0.5. Okay. Just a moment, one call is there. Yeah. Are you able to hear me? Hello.
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay. So you could see within 5 iterations I got a very close value of root. So this is how we approach and we write the program. Okay, we haven't checked the convergence criteria here in this case. Okay, but we don't need to check it. Say if this is greater than that, then don't solve it. Okay, don't do it like that, because anyway we say perform maximum 100 iteration. So after 100 iteration we will realize that okay, with this value it is not going to get converge. Okay, that is one of the important thing. So let us say maybe I put initial case somewhere else. Let's hope it will diverge with -1 value. So okay, so it is a transcendental equation, therefore it has also somewhere root around this also. Okay, so that is what is he has converged to this negative value of root where function value is also negative. Okay, maybe somewhere let us say 0 I put it. Okay, so for 0 I equal to this, I am getting an infinity and then none, because my derivative function is going to have 0 value. Okay, so from f of x divided by d of x, that is going to come infinity and it is not going to converge. It will always be an infinity, and computer cannot move ahead, cannot take into consideration of infinity, and therefore the solution we say is going to diverge. So if we take very small value like 0.1, okay, still it has converged because it has the way to move ahead and to converge the solution. Okay, so there is no requirement of putting actually checking that f dash of x should be greater than f of x. Anyway, we are performing 100 iterations. After 100 iterations, if it is not converging, we immediately realize that with this value it is going to get diverged. So there is no special requirement. But if we do put convergence requirement, so what happens, sometimes it is not always mandatory that if convergence requirement is not matching, that doesn't mean that it is going to get converged. It is likely that sometimes though the convergence criteria is not satisfied, which means f of x is not less than f dash of x. This condition, this is convergence criteria, does not get satisfied. In such cases also, sometimes the solution do get converge. Okay, but if we satisfy a convergence criteria, then it will definitely going to get the convergence. Okay, so there are two things. If the criteria is not satisfied, it means it may converge, it may not converge. If convergence criteria gets satisfied, it will converge. So there are some probability we are leaving it if we put the convergence criteria directly. It is likely possible, na? So convergence criteria is not satisfied, I may get the solution. So why to leave that much portion behind also? So that has been taken care with the help of this. Anyway, if after 100 iteration I am not going to get the solution, we will say okay, the solution is divergent. Is this clear to everyone? Is this clear to everyone? Please reply. You can unmute and say please.
Yes, sir.
Have you got this program?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now what I do, I modify this. Okay, and I'll make this for successive approximation method. Okay, so in successive approximation I require g of x instead of f of x, and the idea is pretty same. Okay, so I call this as a g of x, and x square equal to cos of x. So x equal to under root of cos of x. Okay, that is what I am going to get it. So I hope everyone got this equation. Yes or no? Just let me know, please. See, x square minus cos of x equal to 0, x square equal to cos of x, and then x equal to under root of cos of x. This is what is the representation of this. That is what we call as g of x. Is this clear to everyone?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here in this case, f of x1 is required. Because why it is required f of x1? Because I always want to check function value. Okay. And here x1 equal to g of x1. This is the only change I will require. That's it. If I do make these changes, it becomes a program for the successive approximation method. Okay, now let's see. So I just hit run, reload, initial case 1. Okay, so I am getting a convergence after 15 iteration. You can see here I took a more number of iteration as compared with the Newton-Raphson method, but still I got the value. But I reload it and maybe I put 0. So at 0 also I got a convergence after the 16th iteration. Okay, so in this way I am getting the solution. So I hope both the programs are clear to you. Yes or no?
Yes. Yes, sir. Clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so इजी है प्रोग्रामिंग, बहुत डिफिकल्ट नहीं है. छोटा छोटा अपनी को सिर्फ लॉजिकली मालूम रहना चाहिए कि मुझे ऐसा सॉल्व करना है, वैसे सॉल्व करना है, ये करना है. ये अगर मुझे मालूम है तो उसको प्रोग्राम में कन्वर्ट करना बहुत आसान है. So for programming, what you have to learn, I'll tell you what you have to learn. So how to accept input from the user. So I'm not going to write full thing. Okay, this is what the first thing I have to learn in any programming language. So I just press enter key here. Then what I have to learn? I have to learn how to display value. Okay. Then तीसरा, I need to learn how to make decision. Okay, if statement matlab. Then fourth one is how to loop. That means a statement has to be executed multiple times. Fifth one, how to handle array. Okay. Then sixth one, how to write function. Okay, so if you know all these three things, so I don't think so it's a challenging job. Within to learn these 6 statements, it takes only 6 hours, not more than that. This is how we can go ahead. Is this clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So thank you. So next time we will continue. Okay.